The fifth season of the very popular modern Western series Yellowstone, created by Taylor Sheridan, has just begun airing on the Paramount Network, and the Season 5 premiere surpassed the size of the Season 4 debut. The most viewed scripted TV debut of 2022 was the installation of John Dutton as governor of Montana, which drew 12.1 million viewers. The juggernaut that is Yellowstone is still going strong. There are fresh episodes available every Sunday at the ranch, but 6 days of the week go by without seeing Yellowstone, so in the meantime, you may view some of our suggested shows like Yellowstone. A few of them are Taylor Sheridan shows, while others are contemporary westerns or plays featuring affluent families acting poorly. So you'll want to go to the West, where the sky is huge and the drama is grander after watching any of them. Here are 10 shows like Yellowstone that you can watch. Number 10, 1883. Now, Yellowstone has a prologue called 1883 that describes how John Dutton's ancestors came to live in Montana. Tim McGraw's character, James Dutton, is traveling with his family across the Great Plains with Pinkerton, Agent Shea Brennan, an oafish old cowboy with a good heart. It's a vintage western with gorgeous photography. Although it is an on-the-road program more akin to Lonesome Dove than Yellowstone, fans of the flagship program will feel right at home in the earlier era, thanks to Taylor Sheridan trademarks like beautifully masculine banter and an outstanding sense of realism in its cowboy life elements. Check out the movie to learn more about the variations and parallels between Yellowstone and 1883. Number 9, The Terminal List. In contrast to most of the other programs on this list, the Terminal List isn't like Yellowstone. It's neither a family drama nor a western. And contrary to the soapy sprawl of Yellowstone, Amazon's Chris Pratt starring action picture is a conspiracy thriller about a Navy SEAL seeking retribution from those who mistreated him, but in a very particular sense. Yellowstone is essential to the Terminal List's existence. Yellowstone demonstrated the enormous unmet need for conservative prestige TV shows with the movie actors and high-end Hollywood production expenses, but without the leftist worldview that dominates most Hollywood productions. You'll find that the Terminal List does something similar, but much more blatantly. If you enjoy how Yellowstone offers high-quality entertainment without promoting a political ideology you don't agree with. Fox News is watched by characters on the Terminal List, which doesn't seem like it would happen on a less politicized Yellowstone. Number 8, Joe Pickett. Yellowstone's popularity has single-handedly elevated the neo-western subgenre to prominence on television, and we are now seeing an influx of heroes donning cowboy hats. Joe Pickett, a Spectrum original, has received new life and a new audience since Paramount Plus took it up. It is one that isn't a pale imitation. Michael Dorman plays Joe Pickett, a game warden in Wyoming, where most people aren't too appreciative of a person with a badge telling them what they can and can't hunt. The series is based on a rural detective literature. When a guy shows up dead on his doorstep, Joe becomes engaged in a murder investigation and meets a criminal family, a lot of sketchy individuals, and even an emu. Number 7, Outer Range. This bizarre sci-fi western was undoubtedly marketed to Amazon as Yellowstone meets Lost. Josh Brolin, who previously played in a Taylor Sheridan movie in Sicario, portrays Wyoming rancher Royal Abbott in Brian Watkins' Prime Video mystery. Abbott finds a big, enigmatic hole on his property that seems to have some kind of supernatural power. One of the people trying to buy the ranch from Abbott and his family is Wayne Tillerson, a wealthy rancher played by Will Patton, who Yellowstone viewers will recognize as Garrett Randall, Jamie Dutton's biological father. However, Royal refuses to sell, at least until he figures out what the deal is with this hole. The plotline is shamelessly lifted from Yellowstone. Outer Range differs greatly from Yellowstone in that it has a sci-fi aspect, although Yellowstone's location, photography, casting, and performances are all significantly inspired by the current TV Western smash. Number 6, Mayor of Kingstown. One of the Hollywood stars that works the hardest is Taylor Sheridan. His corner of Hollywood is a historic ranch in Texas that he owns. He is not only preoccupied with the several Yellowstone spin-offs, but he also contributed to the second season renewal of the Paramount Plus series, Mayor of Kingstown. Jeremy Renner, who previously played in Sheridan's Wind River, plays the rugged leading man, and the film has complicated interactions between powerful people as well as tough men being tough guys, despite not being located near a ranch. Renner portrays a power broker in Michigan whose business is prisons. As he battles to maintain his empire, he interacts with politicians, the police, and criminals. Number 5. Hell or High Water. Taylor Sheridan first appeared in this 2016 heist thriller starring Chris Pine and Ben Foster about two brothers who embark on a bank-stealing spree to raise enough cash to repurchase their family ranch from the exact bank they are robbing. The film received nominations for Best Picture and Best Supporting Actor for Jeff Bridges, who portrays the grizzled Texas Ranger on the boys' trail. Sheridan's sophisticated, lived-in script garnered him an Oscar nomination. Even more so than in Sicario, his darker, more cynical debut script, Sheridan's particular writing style that shot to fame with Yellowstone was crystallized here. A lot of the characteristics of Yellowstone are present in Hell or High Water as well, including a modern Western setting, a strong feeling of place in this instance, West Texas, a libertarian populace leaning without any overt political goal, and profanely lyrical Western speech. Sheridan's pronouncement-heavy speech has become a touch self-parody after 5 seasons of Yellowstone, but it still seems new and concentrated here. Gil Birmingham and Thomas Rainwater, who plays Yellowstone, are cast members. It's also about people struggling to hold on to their homes and ways of life, much like Yellowstone. Number 4. Sons of Anarchy. There are significant parallels between Sons of Anarchy and Yellowstone. Yellowstone and Sam Crow are two families or gangs that are difficult to join and challenging to quit. Both programs have a fixation on poisonous or otherwise us against the world roughness and outlaw attitude. In both families, the women, Katie Siegel's Gemma on Sons of Anarchy and Kelly Riley's Beth on Yellowstone, are tougher than any of the males. Luke Grimes and Charlie Hunnam have a similar energy. There is also a significant amount of personal overlap. John Linson, who created Yellowstone with Taylor Sheridan, also was an executive producer of Sons of Anarchy, in which Sheridan played the role of Deputy Police Chief David Hale. Yellowstone actually wouldn't exist without Sons of Anarchy, another macho soap in the same vein as these other shows in SOA spin-off Mayans MC. Number 3. Those Who Wish Me Dead. In the most recent film directed by Taylor Sheridan, Angelina Jolie plays a skydiving fireman who meets Carter, an orphan ranch worker in Yellowstone who is on the run from killers who murdered his father. Carter is portrayed by Finn Little. The two assassins, played by Nicholas Hoult and Aidan Gillen, chasing them and the raging flames all around them, make her mission to bring him to safety more difficult. So check out Those Who Wish Me Dead if you like Sheridan's writing style. Number 2. The Sun. Visit the 2017 drama The Sun if you'd like to see a program that resembles a cross between Yellowstone's family ranch drama and the time setting of 1883. Pierce Brosnan, a well-known actor, plays the patriarch of a ranching family in the 2-season AMC series. The Sun is distinctive in that it is set in southern Texas in 2 separate eras, the early 1900s and the 1840s, and it follows Brosnan's character Eli McCullough both as a small boy when he was abducted by Comanches and as a father who struggles to connect with his son in the current day. But the fundamental idea is uncannily reminiscent of Yellowstone. Stay the heck off of my property. Number 1. Let Him Go. All Costner heads, please rise. In this film, Kevin Costner portrays George, a retired sheriff turned horse farmer who is grieving the loss of his son. If the sight of contemporary Kevin Costner in the American West was your favorite part of Yellowstone, you should see this immediately. However, it goes beyond the cliched grizzled old man discovers his feelings plot device, as it soon becomes apparent that the real story of the film is about George and his wife, played by Diane Lane, leaving their ranch in Montana to find their young grandson and their daughter-in-law, who has recently remarried an abusive man. Costner is just so damn good in it. It's a less of a quiet family drama and more of a high-stakes thriller. And that's where we drop it for this episode, so thank you for watching and we will see you again soon.